What's going on, traders? We're not going to waste time. Let's get straight into the video. Now, looking at the overall market, I have to admit, it's not looking too good. Okay, it's not looking good. So, what are we looking at as far as NQ? Let's actually reset this. We have a rising wedge pattern, and we haven't broken out of it yet. But the key levels that we want to pay attention to, and I went over this last video, is if we break below 17,875, then I'm looking for a move towards 17,800. If we break below 17,800, then the next level we're looking for is 17,700. If we break below 17,700, then I have reason to believe that a correction in the market is coming. Okay. So when is the best time to have a rug pull? The best time to have a rug pull is when retail traders get obviously extremely greedy and they get nostalgic and they start yelling to the moon. We've seen this happen with AMC. We've seen this happen with Bitcoin. A few years ago, we've seen this happen with GameStop. Traders start yelling to the moon. Everybody thinks the market is just going to keep going straight up and there's no room for it to go down and rug pull. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I said this 2 videos ago to be cautious when the triple Qs is above 430. And right now, we are above 430. So be cautious. I am aware that we have CPI data tomorrow. I don't know if the market is pricing that in or what, but it's not looking good. Okay, I have to be honest. It's just not looking good. If we're looking at the ES, same thing pretty much. We have what, a bearish engulfing candle here. So as you guys can see, uh, we have a bearish engulfing pattern here at this area here, and we have a huge rejection at the top of this trend. Also, if you pay close attention, we have sellers here, we have sellers here, and right now we are in the range of those sellers. So I have reason to believe that they're going to help push the ES further down. Key levels I'm looking for on ES, went over this last video, is 50.29. If we break below 50.29, then I have reason to believe that we are going to head towards 5,000. Another thing is, I alerted to the Discord to jump into 410 SPY puts for April 19th to hedge against our call plays. Right now, most of our plays are in profit, so I'm not too worried, and we got a lot of time on them. But as you guys can see on Unusual Whales, we have a 16 million premium for 419 2024. And so we jumped into those. I didn't see this one for 30 puts for 419 2024. I actually would have chose those instead. But as you guys can see, it's not looking good. Okay, it's not looking good. We also got 390 puts here for April 19th, 2024 as well. Okay, so I have reason to believe that heading into tomorrow, if we do get bad data, the market's going to drop pretty hard. Okay, it's going to drop pretty fast and it's going to drop hard. Looking at the SPY, if we're looking at the SPY, 497 will be my key level here. If we break below 497, then I think we're going to see a move towards this gap fill at around 494.5, 495, give or take. And then after that, it's going to get bad. Okay, it's going to look bad. We could see a move towards 488. And if we break below 488, then just like what I said about the NASDAQ, I have reason to believe that we are going to start seeing a correction. So if you want to jump in puts heading into tomorrow, not trading advice, but not financial advice, but if you wanted to look at puts, if you're a bear and whatever the case may be, okay, one of the key things I would look for is a break and retest of 497. So if we break below 497 and maybe we see that gap fill happen and then we retest 497 right here at this point here, then this is where I will potentially enter puts. Okay. So once we see a bearish candle, then I will look for puts at this area at 497 retest. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at as far as the SPY. IWM, Russell. So first, let me say I was wrong about this thing. This thing just absolutely took off. I've been saying I was bearish on it, and it just absolutely been proving me wrong. So I was wrong on it. Happens, is what it is. So as far as the Russell goes, actually looks really good as far as holding above 200. If we hold above 199, I would say 199. If we hold above 199 and continue to hold above 199, and I will look for a move towards 208, 210 tops. Again, if the market, I actually went over this in another video. If we see the market drop, I do have reason to believe that we could see some type of rotation heading into the Russell, or the Russell just completely drops with the market. So, still be cautious with this thing. I would look for a move or a retest towards 199.5 down here, and then a potential move higher towards 208, 210, give or take. So that's what I'm looking at as far as the Russell. Tesla, I pointed this out in the Discord that Tesla could be forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we could see a move towards 182 if the market if the Tesla decides to actually follow the market, then potentially lower. If we break below 180, then I will be bearish on Tesla. Okay. But until that happens, right now I'm looking at a move towards 182. Maybe we form an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and then we head towards that gap fill at around 206.5, 207. All right. So that's what I'm looking at as far as Tesla goes. Not only that, but if we break above this 197 neckline, then that's probably your more safe option to jump into calls for Tesla for this gap fill towards 207. Okay, so that's probably the most safe option to go with, or just don't trade it at all. Okay, that's the best option. All right, Airbnb, congratulations. If you got into this trade when I talked about it last video, it went from like what 148 all the way to 157, so that was pretty insane. We got in at around 145 in the Discord. So if you want access to my plays, Discord link is in the description below. We go over stocks, crypto, forex, all that fun stuff. So yeah, we are still in this play. So hopefully the market shows us some grace, and I'll probably play it into earnings. I always alert before close of day to take profits. So we're pretty much up on profits, and yeah, I alerted to the Discord to take some profit on the play and pay themselves. And if they want to hold to earnings, then that's completely up to you. All right. So that's my thoughts on Airbnb. Airbnb, if we break above 157, I'm looking at a move towards 160. My highest target is 170. And of course, they have earnings, so it can go higher than that, or it can just completely crash. Okay. So congratulations if you got in on that play. That's really much all I have on it. Oh, also, the reason why I'm pretty much hyped about Airbnb right now is this. If we look at the weekly, if we zoom out on the weekly, as you guys can see, we broke above this trend here. We broke above this big giant pattern here. So Airbnb actually looks really good. We have an inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle, bull flag. We got all types of stuff going on. So that gives me reason to believe that Airbnb could potentially be earnings. Okay. So we already collected some profit on it. So if anything, we'll break even and go from there. Okay. But that's all I really have. Again, guys, be cautious. CPI is tomorrow. We got a lot of data actually this week. And right now, the market looks like it's trying to price in some bad news. So just be careful. Other than that, that's all I have. Until the next video, have a good one, traders.